Greetings, my fellow creators and creations of the Almighty Most High. I am Karma. Welcome and congratulations for having the courage to face your karma, good and bad. These timeless messages are for anyone who needs to hear them. And if you tapped on this video, then they're meant for you. How you doing? I'm always wondering if you're doing all right, like all the time. So I figure I should start asking, how are you? And although I hope the answer to this is positive, it doesn't have to be. So let me tell you what I have on my table. I got the main character that the divine would like to reveal to us, and I also have two supporting roles. Now, the main character is. Look at that. God, yo. So, the main character is the Five of Wands. Now, everybody wants to be irritated by this card. Everybody wants to look at this card and be like, huh, here we go. But as I said before, here, and I will say again, each card has a light and a dark energy to it. Even the Five of Wands, the infamous Five of Wands. I was guided to say that for a reason. Maybe that's because the messages that would like to come from this Five of Wands are that of messages that are looking on the bright side of this energy here. So at first glance, what do we see? We see a bunch of people fighting, right? That's what we see at first glance. But let's take a closer look to this Five of Wands, because obviously that's what I'm being guided to do. When we really look at this card, what are they actually doing? We have one person on the right here looking up at his wand. He's looking up at all the wands. We have another person here holding his wand out to show one of his comrades his wand. They are comparing their wands. And then we have another person over here in the back. He looks a little bit angry, but it doesn't necessarily look like he's trying to fight. He just looks upset. And then the person on the far left side is holding his wand up in triumph. But his wand is up the highest. His wand is taller than the rest. And it's almost like he's saying, hey, see, my wand is better than yours. I'm holding my wand up higher. I'm strong. I'm stronger than you. This card could also be interpreted as a friendly competition, is what I'm trying to say. We all thrive from these types of events when it's healthy, when it's friendly, amongst our friends, family, people that we work with, sports. Although over here we have a few different views on sports depending on what the sports is. That could be what this is. It does not have to be people being toxic to each other with the intention of hurting each other. Let's think about friendly competition for a second. In any competitive sport or event or situation, it can look just like this. You got people frowning and mad in the back, talking shit, and then you got people looking up, focused, trying to pay attention to what they're doing, and then you got people focused on someone else, on the next person, wondering what they're doing over there. You got people jumping up and down, running around. You got all types of things going on. But this can be a situation where all these people love each other. When people are competing, it can be friendly and they're still talking shit. Trash talking. They are comparing each other. They're saying, oh, you can't do this like me. You suck. But it's all in the fun of the game. That is the bright side of this card right here that you won't typically hear Now, this card it coming up here in this reading could mean either end, either side, but I was guided to bring that part up. We're going to move on to the first supporting role. So basically, the Five of Wands is about chaotic energy amongst multiple energies. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the chaos is malicious. Now I had to say that part too. We're moving on to the first supporting role, which is the Two of Pentacles. So this young man is juggling two pentacles that are connected by the symbol of infinity and eternity. It's a playful card for sure. So there we go. We have the Two of Pentacles that supports the Five of Wands, the playfulness, the jovialness, the decision-making process, the ups and downs. Okay, you have the deep tidal waves in the back to signify fluctuating emotions, maybe even tumultuous circumstances. And it supports this card that lets me know that this energy is lighthearted in the Five of Wands this time. Although, as I always say, the Five of Wands reminds me of a group of wild animals. So does a game of football or basketball, or when you got a group of guys that are gaming, or gals, not just guys. It don't have to be just guys. Any type of competitive scenario can be chaotic as well. Okay, so with the Two of Pentacles, I am detecting jovial, a light spirited energy. But there's some decision making here that has to be done. There's ups and downs. The second supporting role to this Five of Wands is the Magician. Major Arcana outside. The very first card of the tarot. It's a powerful energy. It's that moment where you realize that I'm going to make the decision to create my destiny. Not even that, but I realize that I am the person that can create my destiny. And that's exactly what I'm going to do because I have the materials in order to do so. That's the Magician. The Magician is ready to embark on his journey to self-discovery and his journey to evolution. He's ready to create the existence that he wants to live. So this, in support of this Five of Wands, is an interesting bunch we have here. So he's holding a candle. At least that's what it looks like. No, that's a wand. Okay. So, oh no, it's not, because the wand is on the table. That is a candle. So he's holding a candle and he got it up to the sky like, yeah, I'm my own master. I got this. And that infinity symbol over his head is an indication of his connection to the eternal world. So in connection with the Five of Wands, you may have some friendly competition in your life, but you have the awareness of the fact that, hey, I can make this what I want it to be. Whatever the outcome is going to be based on what I do to create it, what I use to create it. You're confident. The Magician is confident. He's not completely sure what the outcome is going to be, but he knows that he has what he needs in order to create an outcome that he desires. And that's all the information that he wants at this time. So whoever I'm speaking with, you are the Magician. This is connected to the message with karma. Karma has to do with the action. Karma has to do with focusing on what you do and not the outcome of your actions, not the outcome of what's done. It's about what you do. And what are you going to use to create your outcome? Cool. We're going to hop into some additional messages, starting with the Five of Wands. This is a pretty sick ass energy. I like it. It's really cool. It's life, as it always is. The Most High always guides me to bring awareness to aspects of life that don't get a whole lot of light. The more mysterious corners of life that we all experience very commonly, but we don't always have the ability to talk about. Because most of the time, people like to gravitate to what's commonly known. And what's commonly known is not a good representation of life. You all know that. We all have such unique experiences. Sure, the energy boils down to be, the energy always boils down to be what it is. But all the niche aspects of life that we all experience to add to the soup of gumbo that is called collective consciousness is what makes it what it is what makes life what it is. In all of these different aspects of life and living and lifestyle, we need to bring awareness to them, discuss them, talk about them out loud, share them with others, so we can finally come into a realm where we're not feeling alone like most of us do. We're not feeling like nobody gets it or nobody gets us or nobody will understand, because that's simply false. The first additional message for the Five of Wands is, we got two. The first message is, write it down with attention to the heart chakra. So this friendly competition, whatever it may be, in order to get an outcome you desire, writing something down or writing things down could be of benefit to you, whether it's you're writing your thoughts down, your emotions down, you writing your play down, your blueprint, your plans, your actions. The Magician ties into this as well, using your resources to construct the perfect action. And not perfect in the sense of the definition, but perfect to you is what I mean. Perfect in its imperfection. Perfect meaning giving you the very outcome that you desire. And no matter how messy we get to our goal, accomplishing our goals is perfect because it's exactly what we want. The next additional message to this Five of Wands is financial gain. Ding, ding, ding. Where's my little ding thing? I have a little mini steel tongue drum, and it's so cute. I love it, and I will start incorporating that into these sessions here. I always love seeing this card because what's not to like about financial gain? Across the board, it's like this card, this additional message card is like the sun card in the traditional tarot to me. You can flip it upside down, turn it over, up, all around, any way you look at it from any angle, it's good. It's positive. It's just purely good news, you know? So you can be expecting some financial gain in the future. If you haven't received that financial gain already, it can be connected to this lighthearted, friendly competition, healthy competition. I'm sensing that there's some wagers There's some type of wager connected to this friendly I don't know why I can't say connected to this friendly competition that you may be engaging in. Something that requires you to write things down. Writing down a play. I keep seeing a playbook in my mind's eye, and your playbook doesn't have to relate to actual sports. It can relate to the sport of your life. Whatever goals that you're trying to accomplish, just the master plan to being a winner in whatever scenario you're in. In any case, there's monetary value involved here. I'd like to know what it is. What you playing? Some fantasy football or something? uh, this could have to do with something that is occurring at your job. This could have to do with something that's occurring amongst your family members. There's some type of constructive criticism happening as well. That's what I'm sensing amongst you and these groups of people. There could be one person in the group that does have ill will of some sort, that is like a for real hater amongst the friendly competition. You always have those in every situation where people are trying to have fun and make each other better. There's always that one motherfucker that's putting a damper on things. There's always that one or two people that don't want to let somebody else shine is what I'm getting. Like somebody doesn't want another person to shine. Okay. Let's move on to the Two of Pentacles. What additional messages? What additional messages do we have for the collective regarding the Two of Pentacles? I have you're going to be confronted underneath of the Two of Pentacles with attention to the crown. Because it's in attention to the crown, you may be confronted by the Most High and or your spirit guides with pieces of information that are going to help you, because it's always to help you. Know that. Be looking out on signs. Be looking out for the signs, however you interpret them from the Most High and your spirit guides, of messages that are going to help you, that are going to help you get ahead. You may be confronted by a person in the physical realm that wishes to challenge you in some type of way. It may or may not be malicious, but it's up to you to use your discernment and your intuition to distinguish that. The Magician. What do we got for additional messages? Interesting. So for the Magician, the message lack of motivation came out with attention to the root chakra. I'm seeing red on my table. I'm seeing purple and I'm seeing green. More red than anything. So you could be worried about your basic survival needs. You can be in a situation that is challenging your will to survive in some way, or you just don't feel motivated. But it's underneath the Magician, lack of motivation. This doesn't have to be something extreme. It can be something subtle, something that just requires a little tweak from you. For instance, if you've been eating a lot of junk food, it could be making you sluggish. It can be changing your brain chemistry, making your brain, fogging up your brain, making you feel down or a little or sad or lazy. Or if you haven't been getting enough sleep, you can feel groggy in the mornings, feeling like it's difficult for you to get your day started. It's difficult for you to get out the door, get ready and get out the door. Something is something could be affecting your daily routine in some way. But with the magician, all you have to do is put that hand up and zap your freaking like all you have to do is grab your wand and wave it and change your circumstances. That's how simple it is what I'm saying. That's how quickly you're going to get back on track. Something is making you feel unmotivated right now, but you have the resources with you to make it right or to feel better, to feel more motivated, more energetic. It's going to happen soon. It's nothing heavy is what I'm getting. It's nothing super serious. So, whenever I see the 5 of Wands, it reminds me of a bunch of wild ass animals, and that guides me to pull a spirit animal card to see what animals would like to reveal themselves. Almighty Most High and Spirit of all that is divine, what animals would like to come out and play today? We have the turtle, calm, and it reads as follows. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break in your busy life and look around or go within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. Okay, there it is. Here it is right here. Your guides are trying to give you a gentle nudge to take a break, bring some awareness to what's happening around you, or go within to reground yourself and find more energy to move forward. Look around. Take a break in your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. Energy drink just popped into my head. You could be a person that likes to drink energy drinks or take caffeine of some sort. You could be a person that indulges in supplements, or not even supplements, but just like quick fix stuff to get you going real quick. But over time, that can wear you down. When we are implementing these kinds of things into our diets and into our lives to give us a quick jolt, we have to remember to take breaks from those things, because once it builds up in your system, your tolerance goes up and then you need even more. And then that builds up in your system and then your tolerance goes up and you need even more than that. And then over time, it wears down your health. Okay, so you have to take a break from things like that. And think about and pull from your natural resources within you to create more long-lasting effects and motivation, right? Because it says lack of motivation here. Whenever you depend on something outside of your body, whether it's something that you consume or something that you use, you have to know that, especially something that you consume, you can't do it forever. Eventually, you have to either take a break from it or quit it altogether because it's not gonna give you long lasting solutions. Okay, let's get one more. Let's get one more animal. You could have been seeing turtles, or a turtle could be significant to you. The next animal that would like to come out to play is the whale. Communication. Whales could be significant to you in some way. You could have seen whales somewhere. I mean, not to say that that's impossible to see them in person, but probably not talking about in person, maybe like on TV or some shit like that. But, anyways, and it reads as follows: You are encouraged to communicate clearly from your heart. Bridge any gaps that are keeping you from connecting deeper with your loved ones. It is important to speak your truth with emotion, vulnerability, and power. That just gave me an entirely different aspect of this Five of Wands. It's beautiful. It's beautiful how many different facets of each energy you can pull from, how many different angles and energies these cards contain. So, what I read here with the whale, you could be in a situation where you feel like you're not being heard amongst your family. Your family could be making you feel like you're not good enough. Whoever your family is, I have to be clear on that. Family does not have to mean that you're related to these people. Whoever that is around you that you consider to be your family, it can be your spouse, it can be your friendship group, anybody who you consider family, basically, is what I'm saying. You can feel challenged from these people, but it's all love. I'm feeling like you know that these people care about you and they show that. But when you have family dynamics, sometimes it can be sometimes it can be competitive where everybody is comparing their weaknesses and their strengths. Although the love is there, some people in the group can feel hurt or like their emotions are not being respected by the rest. There's always people that are being, how do I explain this? There's always people that are on the lower end of the totem pole than others in any family dynamic. Even if, it's all love at the end of the day. Your spirit guides are telling you to speak up for yourself and connect with your people because they're there for you. And a lot of situations like this happen where a person where you have a group of people that love each other, and there's someone that is hurt by something, but everybody else don't know, and they have no idea that this person is hurt, or that they may have said something or done something to hurt this person, because they don't speak up, they don't say how they're feeling. And so this sounds like a situation, if you don't speak up and say how you're feeling, nobody's going to know how you're feeling. People assume that you're all right if you don't say otherwise. Sometimes people need it spelled out for them. It may be obvious to you that you've taken something to heart, or that you're upset or hurt about something, but it may not be obvious to the people that are outside of you. Just like it depicts in the Five of Wands card, like I said before. Not every facial expression on this card is the same. One person looks happy and excited. One person looks focused and locked in. The person in the back looks angry. One person in the middle he's focused on this person over here, like, hey, look at this. So there's a lot of different things happening in this card that you can pull from and create the story. It's not just toxic energy, you know what I mean? Like, this could be amongst people that have a lot of love for each other as well. All right. I think it's time for some healing energy oracle messages to bring this reading together that we co-created with the divine. I love what came up here, because like this energy is such a relatable energy that doesn't get enough shine, that doesn't get enough awareness. Wow. Okay, so I just said shine, and the first healing energy oracle message that popped out is called Shining Light, and it reads as follows: My desire to improve myself transforms fear into strength. I raise my thoughts above doubt and find faith in the goodness of the universe. I love and accept myself as a soul, and I discover the light that dwells in me. There's more red on my table. You have a fiery spirit, you know, and you're very grounded. You're grounded within yourself. There can be a storm happening within you, and nobody around you would know, because you just have this composure. Now, this could be healthy or unhealthy depending on the way it impacts you. Hopefully, this isn't a situation where you bottle up your emotions and your feelings. I mean, it's kind of like turned towards that direction from the messages that I've gotten here today. Do not hold in the way that you feel for any reason. The relationship that each and every one of us has with our emotions can be quite complicated depending on who we are and what we've gone through. The outlook that you have on your emotions. You could be a part of a family where if you act like you upset about something, or if you show emotion, you can be seen as weak or emotional, or you know what I'm trying to say, or tripping, or you know what I'm saying. Don't care about any of that. You are a grounded individual. And if you don't allow your emotions to be communicated, then people are going to assume that you don't have any, and they're going to think that they can say and do whatever they want to you, and you better not say nothing because you never say nothing. You don't want to be in that box. And if you are, you can get yourself out whenever you want by coming forward and saying, no, fuck that. I'm upset about this because, and here's why. You know what I mean? The second healing energy message is called Peace, and it reads as follows: I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Awesome. You can be a person that just is willing to do whatever you can to keep the peace. You can be a person that refrains from saying certain things or expressing certain emotions because you don't want to make a scene, or you don't want to be seen as that guy that is upset or that doesn't agree with something. But here's the thing. There's certain points in time when we all have to be that guy. We will all be that guy. The one that is not happy about something in the group. And that has to be okay with you because you're human. We are in 2025 and we aren't robots ourselves, okay? Connect with yourself, connect with the way that you feel. Write it out. I'm seeing learning to love myself at the bottom of the deck. of the healing energy messages. Oh, interesting. I'm going to read it. I choose to see the beauty in me. My wealth lies in my nature and potential. I transform my weaknesses into strengths. I realize that I am a being of light and I allow myself to shine. Need I say more? I mean, you feel me? All right. Thank you all for coming to check out what's on Karma's table. If you want to like and subscribe, go ahead, but no pressure. Know that you are the lead character in your life. Everyone else is just supporting roles. But if they don't support you, then they shouldn't be in your movie. Remember that you are loved, and we are the highly favored.